7:40, March 6th. The nobodies are back. It's relevant because it's fight week. This week, El Guapo, Esteban Gonzalez.
It's my turn.
It's finally.
Mm-hmm.
How you feel about that, man?
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty comfortable.
Well, it's
Pretty
been.
excited.
It's been. When's the last time? It was a Miller fight? When the hell was the Miller fight? Because I don't keep track of fucking time.
I think it was June. Was it June?
Was it fucking
Yeah.
June, bro?
June.
And we're in March. Holy fuck.
Like
And we're not talking about, a fighter that has been on the shelf fucking cherry picking and picking his fights. We're talking about a dude that's wanted to stay busy since June.
Yeah.
And I'm excited for you. We're getting into the boxing scene. So you don't have any amateur boxing experience.
Never done a boxing match.
Never had a boxing match. We've sparred at a couple places.
A few times.
A few times. I think you went 3 rounds at Rise Above. Mm-hmm. What's up, Rise Above? Thanks for giving us an opportunity to crack into the boxing, because they were the first ones to be like, hey, you guys come over here and spar with some of our boxers. So Mauricio and everybody over there, appreciate you, man. Shout out to you guys. And then we've been working lately. We've been over at the Truth Boxing.
Mm-hmm. Wonderful place. They're
awesome.
So cool.
Veronica Palacio,
they're so friendly.
Christian,
they showed us so much
Jaime
love.
Peña Sr.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, it's actually been a little breath of fresh air. Huh?
It has been. It's
because it's almost
from what we've experienced.
From what and it's not to say that in the other fight communities and the other combat sports that there hasn't been open and kind people.
Yeah.
But they're always the fucking politics, and I understand there's also politics in fucking boxing. We're just getting into it, it's definitely the sanctioning part and the medicals and all that stuff it's definitely a lot more bureaucratical than
had to go through a lot more stuff to get the boxing license.
Yeah.
Than we did for MMA.
And it's almost like every step, toma, dame, toma, dame,
my gosh.
toma,
everybody's
dame,
got their hand out.
Hey, and it's all good, man. It's all good. Like to a certain extent, we understand we're getting into an endeavor. We have to literally pay our dues.
We do,
and it's completely understandable. But that's to the extent that we've had to get to a fucking last MMA fight in June against a dude way bigger than you, because we haven't been able to get fights at 125 in the pros.
If you look at my pictures from that fight, I looked a little chunky. I have at most of my 35 fights. I have definitely looked a little chunkier than I do now.
Yeah, no.
It gives me a little bit of wiggle room to kind of be a little more lenient on what I get to eat, so I don't have to be as strict, which is nice.
But in this process,
I definitely feel
tighten up the belt.
Yeah, I definitely feel performance-wise much better because my nutrition has to be on lock.
Okay, because this fight, your pro boxing debut will be at 128 pounds.
128 pounds.
All right, and like I said, we're competing against Gabriel Torres from Stockton, California. I think Felipe's boxing gym. And we appreciate you guys for the opportunity.
Super thankful.
He's a 1-0 pro. He's got a knockout, and he seems like a live one, man. He seems like he's going to come out aggressive. Yeah. It's in his hometown. I mean, that honestly, you can see the smile on my face.
It's a recipe for greatness.
It's like that's the type of dudes we are. That's the type of energy that we train here with. It's never to back down from anybody. So again, we've always been the visitors. We've always been the underdogs. Nothing's going to change on this one, other than your fight is actually, I believe, he's second on the
fight of the night.
Yeah.
So it'll be right off the bat.
So how's your attitude, or are you looking forward to that?
Yeah, absolutely. It's nice to just kind of show up and get it over with. I like going either being the first one or being the last one.
Yeah.
Like, I don't necessarily enjoy the middle stuff because you kind of get caught up in the anxiety of everybody. And I feel like just starting off the show, it's like, get it over with.
Yeah, before you can feel that, because you do feel it in the back.
Yeah,
I mean, we've always been really.
There's a lot of tension. There's a lot of nervous energy back there. You definitely smell the panic stink.
Oh, I do. And that's the kind of creatures we are. I guess that's why, we brand our brand the oppositional brand. So for anybody out there that's ever seen the hashtag, oppositional brand attached to Maquina Combat, it's because I've always been against rules and systematic structure. Even the way our style is not boxing. It's not kickboxing. It's not Muay Thai.
There's no tradition to what you've come up with.
No. So I'm really excited to see our adaptation of boxing on a pro level with a worthy opponent and close to home.
Very close.
How about that?
What are we, like 45 minutes away? 40?
I believe we're 45 minutes away from Modesto. I think we're
right
40,
down the
40
road.
minutes away. Turlock,
For anybody that wants to check it out, hey, you guys, tickets are available.
Yeah, we still got some 50s left. So anybody out there who wants to come check it out, like I said, you won't have to wait too long. He's the second fight of the night.
Yeah.
And we're looking to start the fireworks early. Your opponent, right now with you, we're almost to the point to where we're like yes to everybody.
Yeah.
Or anybody, I should say. So I don't really think, from your personal opinion, I know from mine, and I let it, we don't give a fuck who we're fighting. Give us somebody. I mean, a fight from June till now, and we had to go to pro boxing, which you've never boxed, is fucking ridiculous. So if you're out there in the MMA community, in the Muay Thai community, all right, don't fucking say you're not scared. Don't fucking say you're not scared. Where are you at? Where are you at? Oh, because I'm an asshole, you don't want to fight my fighters? So it kind of, I always have a fucking chip on my shoulder, and obviously I approach things confrontationally and aggressively. How are you looking to go into this fight, mentally?
Mentally? It's going to be a 4-round fight because it's a pro debut fight. So
pro debut, 3-minute rounds.
So
I believe 8-ounce gloves is what we were told.
If the fight was to go the distance, then it would only be 12 minutes. So that means that it's not a very long fight. I mean, what's a regular one, like 10, 12 rounds?
I believe, and the more established, experienced boxers fight 12 rounds. The elite.
Yeah. So
takes a while though to get
less.
there. I'm still, like I said, we're very green to this boxing.
Yeah, so that's like less than half of one of the actual professional fights. So the fact that I know that kind of gives me quite a bit of comfort to just let the guns go. Obviously not carelessly, definitely thinking about staying calm, calculated, and
we're crazy. We're not stupid.
Exactly.
Yeah, we're crazy motherfuckers.
I do intend to, if the fight goes the whole 4 rounds, I want to be exhausted by the end.
Yeah. Well, and then at 3-minute rounds with 1 minute break in between, we just to us that's a leisure. It's so we look forward to getting in there, getting some work in. I definitely, we've talked about it in the past where there's components of whether it was, technical execution, aggression, getting your foot on the gas early, so to say. From the last experience, I believe at VFS, I think it was 16 or something like that, with Miller. How do you feel coming into this? You're going to balance all this out.
Definitely feel much more calmer. I don't necessarily consider that a good or a bad thing, but every time that I've gone into a fight, I've always just had that thought in my mind of, I'm going to go get into a fight. And I think that has played a positive and a negative. A positive, not for myself, but for everybody, because they get to watch a show. And the negative for myself, because I always put myself in danger. It's kind of like, I'm okay with it. I don't necessarily have very good self-preservation. But my mindset has shifted to now to where, like, I just want the finish. I know it's
addicting now.
I know it's not a for sure thing for neither myself nor my opponent. It could happen either way, but I just want a finish. That's my mindset going.
Well,
into
and
this
being
fight.
the way that we train, you know,
And I
because
know it's only 4 rounds, but
we don't
really
have a
want
big
the
training
finish.
room, so you don't have a lot of partners to train
No.
with, you know. So the way we train, it's definitely quality over quantity,
right.
you know, and that's one of the reasons why, you know, like every day we're here, we're all putting our bodies on the line. So if we're going to put our bodies on the line, we're going to put it on the line to, you know, to live and die by the sword.
Mm-hmm.
So I truly believe that if you train like that, you have this, you know, again, you're talking about, you know, semantics when you involve, well, this technique and that technique, and there's a science here. At the end of the day, it's 2 men testing their wills against each other.
Very true.
You know, and I think sometimes in the sport, we overanalyze and we overthink this shit. You know, the best fights are when 2 guys go in there and test their wills, and that's something that, you know, again, you've had some wars early on in your career that I kind of wish you would have executed a little better and kind of moved out of the way of some of that stuff and taken a little less damage.
Yeah.
But they've all been good experiences.
They have been.
And I think on this occasion, I think the boxing is where, that's what I'm feeling from the community is they love fighters.
Yeah.
They love tough guys.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm excited about that, because anybody out there that hasn't watched any of my fighters fight or hasn't come through the shop and tried to spar with us, all right, you'd understand that, you know, we're fighters to the fucking core. And what we want to do is, we got into this, win, lose, or draw, to put on a show. Like, you guys can't tell me, and I'm talking to you fucking fighters out there, you guys can't tell me that that's the way all of you fucking guys train. Because if you would, this man wouldn't have been this long without a fight. We train to entertain. We train to finish, you know, and the boxing community is absolutely going to get a fucking treat on Saturday.
They definitely will.
If you guys, if you've never seen us fight, come out. Check it out. It's the second fight. I like it because we're not we're nobodies in this. You know, we're just getting a little opportunity.
I'm just an unannounced individual,
you know,
showing up to an event.
Marty Chima and the stud Lorenzo Powell are putting on a showcase for themselves, and they've allowed us to fucking sneak in on the card, you know, like ninjas, and try to do our thing. So it's definitely one of those things where, as I see the way the politics of combat sports and the business end of it is going, it's definitely a blessing, and we're gracious people with opportunities. You know, we're extremely grateful. We're loyal. We're loyal to the people that give us opportunities. So, you know, thank you to Marty, Golden One Promotions.
Yeah, I got the chance to meet them. They're really, really, really cool.
Awesome.
People.
You know, Dope Shot Dan from the Stockton Recorder. Everybody working on the G1 Promotions has been really awesome. You know, our girl Marissa, thank you, Ma, for connecting us.
What was her name? Was it Cynthia? that helped us out with the medicals.
Cynthia Salinas
Yeah.
from Fresno. I
Yeah.
mean, honestly, everybody along the
they've
way.
just showed us so much love, and they've been super helpful, and
Well,
it's been really cool. It's been a breath of fresh air.
It's the sense where, okay, we want you to get out there. We want you to perform.
Yeah,
we
no,
want
they
you know,
legitimately want you to be
where
part of it.
where it's starting to feel like, you know, everything's a fucking hassle in this fight game, all because, you know, motherfuckers want to cherry pick, or they want to politic, or they want to fucking network. I mean, I really got into this thing because I wanted to build machines that were going to entertain people, and if you executed and did what our, you know, how we train, you've never lost a fight when you've done what the way we trained.
Sure.
You know, and I'm not perfect, but I'm pretty good at kind of sensing what's going to happen after I see maybe even a clip, or it doesn't even have to be a whole video on a fighter. As soon as I can see, you know, the way they come out, where their hand positioning is, where their feet are, you know, whether they bounce or they step and slide, I can always kind of tell you what's going to happen, you know, right off the bat. Do you keep that in mind, being the experiences that you've already had, you know, because we have had times where I've told you things were going to happen, and they happened, and the response wasn't exactly what we wanted, you know. Has that affected you in a positive way? Have you taken the positive out of that going forward, and how do you feel that that's going to play a role in this fight?
Yeah, no, in a positive way, definitely. I guess it just it required me to learn to trust. And that's something that
That's tough.
Yeah, well, I didn't necessarily like have a lot of trust as far as like growing up and stuff like that.
Humanity. No, bro, I'm with you.
Just that
I'm with you. I'll tell you what, if anybody out there doesn't like me, it's because I don't fucking trust you, because you acted like a piece of shit, or you showed me that little funny ass side of you. And, you know, I'm very much the same way. So I absolutely, I guess that's why we work well together.
Yeah.
Because we understand.
Yeah.
We understand.
But that's definitely something that I guess has just helped me grow as an individual and a human being, is just learning to trust. Not just with the things that you're saying, but the process in general. And by doing so, it honestly just takes off so much of the stress and anxiousness away from you.
And it's funny, right? Because I'll say that shit to you, and it sounds fucking easy.
Yeah.
When I say it, it sounds easy, you know, and then we show up, and I think the main thing to it, and I think this is what I'm learning too about trust throughout this whole process, is that if the actions are there, the trust eventually follows.
Right.
And that's how I get trust in the fight community. As I've been coming along, I've been learning every step of the way. I didn't start this as a coach. I started this as a 30-something-year-old journeyman fighter trying to fucking make a little cash and run a fitness center, you know. So I've learned basically on the fly. So the trust thing has been something to where when I run into people like Marty, like Brian McChesney out at King of the Cage, like Ryan Hodges with IKF, you know, when we build that communication and rapport, trust is important.
Huge.
You know, and what I'm realizing is in the fight game,
there's not much of it.
Well, it's fake.
It is.
It's fake. And the reason I know it's fake, because when we communicate with human beings that we're working well with, we're wholeheartedly in it for everybody.
Yeah.
We're not in it just for us. We're in it, we are, I believe we're promotions fucking dreams. We're a promotions dream, because I'm not going to to haggle a bunch of shit back and forth. I kind of want to be straightforward with everything. If there's things that can't be negotiated, there's always an alternative.
There's loopholes to
I'm
everything.
easy to work with. We always come out on weight. We always show up and are willing to put on a show for not only ourselves, the promotion, our own
But for the
brand,
people.
the promotion, and the people that pay hard-earned money to go out and watch. We're totally. We believe that everybody should benefit from these events, even our opponents. Because for our opponents out there, they can't say that they haven't gotten better.
No.
I mean, let's bring your last opponent,
Sure.
Tyler Miller. I believe he came out and he even put out a post after his last fight with Elizondo, which he got disqualified for because he kicked him while he was down. And Misa, you got that post?
Yes.
Yeah. What were his words exactly?
Right. His exact words were, Esteban Gonzalez is a true warrior, way more of a soldier than our previous opponent, Elizondo. Your name is cleared in my book. Gave me my toughest fight yet. Got dropped in the first, got back up, and stood 10 toes down. Nothing but respect.
That's cool. I definitely appreciate the feedback, but I don't necessarily worry about what anybody thinks about me, other than the individuals that that are part of my life on a daily basis, like you guys.
Yeah, they're bleeding and sweating with you. Yeah, no, that was
But I'm extremely grateful
well, that
for
was
that.
kind
That's
of
cool.
That
Thank you.
was respectful on his
Yeah.
part. What I want to point out is that I think that's why it's so hard to get us fights, even though you're 1-3, is because when you fight a Maquina, we change your fucking life. We change your life. We change your outlook on fighting, whether you beat us or whether you knock us out. Because I believe even Elizondo was really humble after his win, and he even said, "Whoa, shit! Like that was a lucky one." And Elizondo, thank you for the fight, but yeah, that fucking punch was lucky because we trained for 8 fucking weeks on an overhand, bud. So yeah, that was a lucky fucking punch. So
It is what it is. He won fair and square. Took me out.
to get that
Live and learn.
respect is nice. So as you go along in this game, at the end of the day, win, lose, or draw, what do you want for everybody involved with you?
For everybody involved with
For
me.
everybody that was there at the show, for the promotion that hires you, for your opponent, for us, for what would be your ideal?
I mean, I think personally, I want the best for everybody, but I know that's not part of the fight game. The fight game, there has to be one winner and one loser, and that's something that I have to be okay with, and I definitely want the win.
Does it make it easier to be okay with that? Because I literally say win, lose, or draw. I don't give a fuck. Go out there and show them who
I think
we are.
at first that allowed me to be okay being careless, because it almost brought a not caring factor to me, to where it's kind of grown and developed to like I care about it now.
So now you're ready to win.
Yeah.
Good.
I don't feel like I'm ready. I want it. I
Yeah.
want it.
Well, no, and
I want it.
and we work for that. I always say win, lose, or draw because in the end, I'm a nobody that created a style of fighting that ain't nobody really seen unless you come out and watch us fight or unless you come over to the shop. And the people we've had come over to the shop, man, when they come in here with their egos and they actually witness what happens in here, that's again why our team is kind of small.
Right.
So for us, every time my guys go out there, it's we're sharing our brand with you. I'm ecstatic to know that you're ready to win. You know, but that's how, the way I look at it as a combat purist. You must build the fighter first.
Yeah.
You must build the fighter first. Fuck all the working around the matchmaking to try to get your fighter undefeated so that he gets attention. This man's gotten attention at 1 and 3, so much attention, don't nobody want to see us in MMA at 125. You know, so that says a lot about the way we've built this brand.
Yeah,
the way we've built this brand. And it has been. It's been brick by brick. It's been, you know, stone by stone, man.
Yeah.
And it's what allows us to stay humble without ego. You know, for me, I always have this certain desire and fire in me. You know, I'm always aggressive. You know, and the reason for it is that in this world, being kind shows great intelligence and patience. But being aggressive gets the job done. And
well, not just being kind can also be taken as a sign of weakness by some individuals.
Every time I'm fucking nice, I get taken advantage of.
Yeah.
Every time I'm a fucking nice guy, I get taken advantage of. You know what I'm saying? And that's another thing about the fucking fight game. What a pain in the ass you fucking fighters are. You know what I'm saying? Every fucking fighter wants a fucking handout and shit. Mm-hmm. Like, they ain't got to pay dues or they don't got to pay for our fucking time. And I really don't like that because
they almost have a sense of entitlement, like you owe them something for being a fighter.
Yeah, or a young man, you teenagers out there, fucking douchebags, eh?
Yeah.
Come around here, I want to fight, I want to fucking fight. Oh yeah? Well, pay your fucking dues.
Yeah, we're not catering to anybody.
Yeah, well, you get on the fucking mats with us, you know, get your ass kicked a little bit, and then you realize, well, I don't know if I want to pay my dues to get my ass kicked. Well, then go to a gym. Get the fuck out of.
Yeah, but you can't expect to get better like that. And even when they say that they're getting their ass kicked, it's not like vigorous.
No, I've never heard nobody to fuck. Yeah.
We're not beating people down.
I've even made comments like,
mats and,
you know, when they were like, "Oh, we thought we were gonna kick." No, man, I'm a teacher, bro. I can't kick your ass. I'll touch you though. Yeah. Man, you'll kiss my gloves 50 fucking times.
You'll get bobbleheaded.
3-minute round, you'll get bobbleheaded and shit.
You're not gonna leave with a concussion. You're not.
But that's the thing is the egos in this fucking game. And it's almost like the egos in this game have affected the fucking politics in it, you know. And now, you know, as mainstream as combat sports is, as UFC has blown up, has gotten bought out by fucking corporate conglomerate America. Yeah. Now you got this
the oil money coming in.
Now you got Dana and his money going into business with that Turkey guy. What's his name?
Turkey al-Sheikh.
Yeah, al-Sheikh.
Is he from Saudi
Turkey
Arabia?
Al-Sheikh. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, hey, the dude has like an HE, like His Excellency before his name. So he's got a lot of fucking money. He's doing a lot of shit. I tell you what, if you make him His Excellency. So, man, that's one of the things that when we got into it, when I got into fighting, it wasn't like that. You know, and then when we got into it, I could see it was going that route. And that was one of the things when I brought Misa on the team and started taking you out to King of the Cage and stuff, and you started to see the behind the scenes stuff. I used to tell you, like, hey, look, this is where I believe the sport is going, and this is how I think it's going to get. And what we're trying to do is we're trying to stick our brand in there before this shit goes down, because, again, as an oppositional character, you know, we just said the way we trained you was opposite of the way all these prospects are being trained.
And it's funny though, because I didn't understand that, because it's all I knew. Because I didn't,
you're right.
sign up to be a fighter. I just showed up here and I realized that you guys were learning to fight. So I was like, oh, that's cool. I just want to learn how to do it.
Yeah.
Not like coming from.
That's why I love getting students that are completely.
Yeah,
green.
I was completely greeny.
You know, so there was no ego there.
There was no expectations, no ego, I just wanted to show up.
And I'm telling you, The kiddos out there with no fucking egos that just want to learn and show up every day, man, I'm telling you, they make the fucking best fighters. No, they're not perfect. They make mistakes. They don't fucking execute all the time. They don't listen all the time, right? But that's part of the process. I don't think I'd build a fighter any other way, man. And I know it's not conventional. I know, everybody that who probably watches us train, would be like, well, that's a lot on their bodies, It's not about the body, man. It's about the fucking mind. It's not about the body. It's about the mind. If the body can't go through the ringer without the mind having to quiet it down, then what do you really have?
The mind dictates what the body can
Absolutely.
go through.
So, but you don't know that unless you're put through the ringer.
Right.
And all I see is when people get put through the ringer a little bit to say they want to fight. Now, again, let me be specific about that. These are people that say they want to fight. I want to fight. All right. And as soon as they get put into the ringer, all of the psychologicals start to come out. And to me, because I don't come from a black belt in Gracie Jiu-Jitsu, I don't come from an extensive, combat sports background, I almost have to do it like that.
Yeah, you didn't come from a predetermined structure. You just kind of structured your own thing and
I saw the stuff that worked. I saw the stuff that was kind of, okay, I get it, but that's a little redundant and repetitive.
Because there's a lot of things that work but are not necessary. You could accomplish the same result with a different technique that's less effort.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Even the way we warm up. We warm up pretty thorough.
We
but
do.
When we show up to like spar or something, we just kind of
well,
get a little bit of mitts in.
To be fair, when we've showed up to go spar at other places, we've gone right after training. So body's already warmed up. Actually, probably a bit tired from 2 hours of training.
But it's almost like our kids today, right? It's we want to give them all this technology and all this adult shit,
We're just doling them, though.
But we don't want to address the self-respect, the discipline.
Things that are more important than shutting your kid up.
The character, the character, the communication, and it's funny because in fighting, it kind of seems like that too.
Right.
It seems like let's teach you all of these technical aspects and basically like it's not, dude, like I totally understand that process and it's produced some pretty good top level guys, but a lot of it, I think, is very specific to the fights that they get. Because I know at a certain point when somebody's extremely marketable, and even more so now in the politics,
they definitely get taken care of. They
definitely get. I mean, look at what happened with O'Malley. He was fucking, they babied him all the way up, and then when he met a wrestler, he got
that's not knocking away any of his talent.
No, not at all.
Highly talented individual, and you have to be to get to that level.
Nope, it's part of the reason why there's so much politics in fighting now.
Yeah,
is because everybody's fucking scared. Everybody thinks that we only have these opportunities. Nah, man. The way I look at it is
it's not the way life works.
It's not the way life works. So
every day.
So it
just comes up to the individual to go out and seek it.
And if you think about it, if you keep fighting, it's just a matter of time before you win, man. You can't. And that's our mindset. Losses, they don't do anything but make us fucking come back even stronger. And that's the whole philosophy here. I'm not here teaching fighters because, I came from this illustrious career. I'm a fucking nobody, but I'm still a mean son of a bitch that knows how to fight. And I don't give a shit if you're a wrestler. I don't give a shit if you're a Muay Thai practitioner. I don't give a shit if you're karate. I don't give a shit if you're a boxer. I can fight you.
And everybody makes mistakes.
And I tell you what, I'm going to learn from that shit. I'm going to dust myself off, and I'm going to come back 10 times stronger, with even a stronger will, because my mind is what makes it happen. My mind gets me going to the places I need to go to. It also allows me to disconnect from a lot of the fucking bullshit politics that we've had to go through recently.
Yeah.
And talking about recent politics, girl, you were had posted. I said, what was last week? Was it last week that you had posted about the fucking the A1 combat dude that Tom Anderson? Is that his fucking name? All right. So I've never personally spoken to that dude, you know, but I guess he's blacklisted you. All right. And we talked about it back in the days when we first started the podcasting shit. And but it was kind of like, it was weird because they were still kind of developing. And then there's been a couple times where A1's reached out for him. There's been a couple times where we didn't have our medicals done and there wasn't enough time to get it done or whatever. But we didn't think that, you know, we couldn't fight over there or anything like that. So I didn't have any, like, there's no thought on any promotion or disliking any promotion or anything like that. Like, we're free agents. My fighters are free agents. They fight wherever, for whoever, however. And if the fucking communications with the promotions and the matchmakers are on the level, then man, we're there for you guys, man. We're there to build your brand, build our brand, and give the fans what they want. And with A1, it's never clicked. But apparently, you're tied in with us because you approach your craft a lot of how I teach and how we do things here. So for Tom Anderson to, I guess, be giving you the cold shoulder, literally like blocking you out, what I have to say to that is, I think he has, his promotion is also, are they also involved? A1's also involved with that Combat U? That yeah, right. That they're having their first event. Yeah. Tomorrow night.
Yeah. Uriah's starting Combat.
Uriah. All right, cool.
So Combat U is a new promotion.
Combat U is a college.
College.
It's a developmental.
Yeah.
So they're so check it out.
What does that mean?
It doesn't mean.
Michael.
Oh, it doesn't mean anything. I mean, it doesn't mean anything. It's another fight promotion.
Yeah.
You know,
it almost feels like, or it sounds like, when people do the nonprofits.
Yeah. Well, what he's doing, I mean, it's a smart thing. But again, it's part of the corporatization and the politics that we're talking about.
Yeah.
So this is beautiful that we're getting into this Tom Anderson thing, because so. What A1's doing is Uriah, with his ties to UC Davis, right? Sac State. I'm sorry. But he went to Sac State or he went to UC Davis?
He went to UC.
He went to UC Davis. But again, it's a network.
Yeah.
Right? And he got in contact with the folks over at Sac State and to utilize a lot of the wrestling prospects in the area, no?
Yeah.
Yeah, to start a developmental fight promotion.
Okay.
Kind of like the guys like Talbot. You know how Talbot is from Reno Combat? Yeah. And then he went over to Uriah's and started training with Uriah, and Uriah was helping him get fights and shit. And then boom, you know, he took advantage of his opportunities. Now fucking in the UFC, right? So Uriah's got his money involved in a promotion that's basically doing something similar, right? And A1 is it's branching off of A1, basically.
It's essentially A1's essentially just the money.
But it's separating corporations. It's a
smart business move.
It's a smart business. It's what we've talked about. You know, we've had to build it from the ground up. Ain't got no motherfucking money. Hey? All we got is this. You know what I'm saying? And that's why, you know, the politics of it absolutely hurts us. You know, because what it does is it gives opportunity to the people that they want to give opportunity to. Not so then I question the quality of the skill, because again, I'm a purist, man. You know, it doesn't matter what combat sport. I want my fighters ready to fight whoever, whenever, however. Put whatever rules on it you want. Let's fucking go. Turn on the lights. You know, start the cameras and roll this shit. We're must-watch TV. Like, so I'm over here building legitimate fighters And because I don't get too involved with the politics of it, we're pariahs, But yet, my homegirl can fucking interview them and promote their promotion, but yet she can't have no action at being there, being a part of it.
Seems a little silly.
Seems a little fucking silly, huh? Seems a little kind of like fucking corporate politics, huh? Mm-hmm. Right? So that's where it's like, for me, you got into this, Misa, to be the voice of the culture. We are here to give the culture exactly what they want, all right? We are about the people. We are universal. I have a whole fucking exercise and rehabilitation and therapy program that is universal. It can apply to anybody. Everybody can learn this. So it's about everybody to me. It's about humans. So when I watch these politics start to fucking nitpick and break down something that, to me, I think combat and fighting is sacred, man. It's fucking sacred. You know what I'm saying? So what it does is it opens the door for a lot of this fake ass shit to come out, and a lot of this, they're fine with having her promote their shit, but they can't have her there because they won't pay her. And they won't have us because now I'm talking shit about them because they don't want to pay me. Well, you know what? I don't give a fuck. And that's the thing, is I didn't start this giving a fuck. I literally started the fight thing. I told myself I wouldn't fucking coach nobody unless I said 3 willing young men walked through that door and wanted to really learn how to fight like a fucking man, like a warrior. And if I didn't have you, Aaron and Johnny, we wouldn't be here right now.
Yeah.
I might have coached my daughter, but I would have been the dad of a badass 14-year-old kid that wants to knock everybody out.
But Team Maquina
wouldn't be here. So the only reason that Team Maquina was created was because of you, because of Aaron, because of Johnny. And then the way I felt it would grow like that. You know what I'm saying? So we were going to have Amber Pope from Strike Fitness out to do an interview, because we've gotten involved in, we've felt the negative effects of the politics in combat sports. Mm-hmm. Marissa, about what we were just talking about the Tom Anderson A1 bullshit, right? And us with the IKF.
Yeah.
Bullshit, getting suspended,
that was fun.
Whatever. I'll talk about that again later. That's fucking lame. But, and then just the struggles of getting fights, so we were going to have her in because apparently she started her own sanctioning.
Where's she from?
Los Banos, I believe. Yeah.
Los Banos?
Yeah, I'm starting to check some of the stuff out. I'm really bad at social media, guys. So anybody out there,
likewise.
I'm really bad at social media.
Use it.
All right. So I do. I'm learning a little bit about her. I kind of wanted to talk to her. She had the flu. Amber, yeah. I hope you get well. Get well soon, Ma. Hope to talk to you in the future about the promotion or the sanctioning body that you started. And I know you guys have a Muay Thai show coming up that definitely interested in working with that outfit, mm-hmm. In the future. Definitely want the Muay Thai stuff. It's all awesome developmental. I'm really into developmental. I'm really in, because not everybody's going to be a UFC fighter, all right? So I feel like I should develop the human being. And if I develop the human being, maybe they won't be a UFC fighter, but maybe they'll utilize what they learned in here from our training, our discipline, our commitment, our consistency, because we've got to be one of the most consistent motherfuckers out there.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Every day.
So for that, like I said, I'm all about development. So definitely would like to get into a little bit more of this, this fight culture, the fight politics of the business side of it, because I think it's going to affect the youth. You know, and it's going to basically, it's going Hollywood. You know?
Yeah, there's a lot of theatrics going on.
And it's basically,
Not just fighting.
it's not it's not what you know, or it's who you know, or who you blow, or any of that fucking bullshit. And to me, that's why I got into the fight game, because I didn't want to kiss no ass in the fucking Masons Union or in the construction union. I didn't want to fucking get on my knees to somebody that I knew wasn't work in my best interest.
Yeah.
You know, so that's why I'm here, being about everybody's best interests and telling people the truth about whether it be fitness, combat, life. You know what I'm saying? So you learn so much more here. That's why I call this place a shop. It's not a gym. So again, the politics side of this, man, there's so much to fucking talk about. I'd love to go on a little bit more in future podcasts. For now, thank you for coming in, Misa, and shooting this pre-recorded version of the podcast for today. And for everybody out there, everything I say is from our point of view, but at the end of the day, it's a show of fucking strength. All right? And when I say stay strong, I fucking mean it. Stay strong, because at the end of the day, we ain't got no other fucking choice. Till next time, stay strong.